She's been asking for you, Ben.
Hey, babe.
Ben, I need to help Bonnie.
Bob, she's burning up.
Yeah, she's picked up a lung infection. We started an IV antibiotic, ceftazidime.
It's strong stuff. Look, it'll kill the infection, so don't worry if you can't stay awake. You'll be okay.
I want you to notify me immediately if there's any change in Miss Griffin's temperature. I've ordered a portable chest x-ray, stat.
Okay, thanks.
Ben, I need to help Bonnie. She needs me.
Okay, Bonnie will be by later on. You can talk to her then.
Too late. If she talks to the police, they'll arrest her.
Jess, you need to take care of yourself. I'll take care of Bonnie, okay? Deal? Good.
Call Marshall.
Marshall? Why would I call Travers?
He was there. He can tell her what to say. Please, Ben, promise me.
Carrie, can you keep an eye on Miss Griffin? Thanks.
Hi, Bonnie. It's Margot Hughes. Would you give me a call down at the station? I need to, just call me, okay? Hi, Evelyn. Chip?
No, what I want is Bonnie. Why have you brought her in for questioning?
Well, Evelyn, I am working on it.
The girl's mother was shot in the chest. Maybe if you worked a little harder, we could figure out how that happened.
You know, it's not that easy. Nobody who was on the scene will give me a definitive statement. Travers can't recall, and Bonnie's all lawyered
Look, Margot,
up. So...
I don't want to pursue this any more than you do. But there is strong indication that that gun was in Bonnie's hand when it went off.
Accidentally, not intentionally.
The accident was that Jessica got shot and not Marshall Travers. Bonnie went to that hotel room to make him pay for raping her mother.
Well, you got it all figured out, don't you?
No, Bonnie McKechnie is guilty of a crime, and I want her arrested and charged today for attempted murder.
Well, to do that, we need to go on more than conjecture. We need cold, hard evidence, don't we?
Well, let's go get some.
You want some lunch?
What time is it?
Past noon.
Oh, okay, good. I gotta go see my mother.
Bonnie, you can't.
Give me one good reason. Why?
How about the cops?
You're not a problem.
Who called your cell phone? Yeah, that's right. That message you took when you thought I wasn't looking, who was it?
Margot. She wants to talk to me.
More like question you and then lock you up. At least call Tom Hughes and have him meet you at the hospital.
No, Isaac. The only person I want to listen to right now is my mother.
Okay, fine.
Wait, where are you going?
With you.
God, Isaac, will you just stop hovering me, please? Look, I know you mean well. I do, and you have been a wonderful friend through all of this.
Friend? Did you just call me a friend? You don't get that I love you?
You don't have to say that after what I've done.
Well, that's true, I don't. I'd rather show you anyway.
Rose isn't gonna jump into bed with someone she doesn't trust. Now, I know this has taken a while, but I'm finally making a connection.
And you know this because what? She touched you, kissed you.
She's interested.
Then why is she still engaged to my son?
Hey, you've reached Dusty Donovan. I'm not able to get to the phone right now. Leave a message.
Hey, Dusty, you there?
Rose, what's up?
Paul and I are downstairs having lunch here. I thought maybe you'd want to join us. Take care of business now instead of later.
I'm a little tied up right now. Why don't you meet me up here instead?
Yeah, sure. Just have the contractor's check ready, okay? I'll be up a little while.
Good. She needs money for the contractor.
Well, he's gonna have to stand in line. Right behind the loan sharks that keep following you. You know, it's too bad you lost your stud fee.
Oh, yeah? Well, you get someone else to hit on your son's fiancée?
What I got is the proof that Rose was involved in my kidnapping. And I'm on my way to Hal's to take him that proof right now. So you see, I don't need you to get Rose into bed, get her to succumb to your charms. But you know what? If you do get her in the sack before the legal wheels start turning, the money's still yours. But I don't even think that you can work that fast.
Well, that's great. Then I'll see you tomorrow with the check. All right, I'll see you then. Thanks. Bye. You're a patient man, Paul Ryan. Look, I better get up to Dusty's room and get that check so we can get things
Wait,
going.
you going up to his room?
Yeah, you want to come?
No. Shop business is between you two.
Yeah, but I might want to take a coffee break. Everything all right between us?
Sure.
Yeah? Even that little problem about you thinking I might have helped kidnap your mom?
I love you.
You take a memo because I love you too. See you in a little bit.
Molly McKinnon's room, please.
Morning. You're kidding me. I can't remember when was the last time I slept past noon.
I heard you walking the floors last night.
Yeah, I was thinking about my guys. You know what makes them good cops, Em?
They solve crimes and catch the bad guys?
They play by the rules. It's something I've drilled into them. If you're gonna enforce the law, then you better live by the law. How do I ask Jack to bury evidence?
You don't have to. Carly's taking care of it.
What do you mean?
Well, she talked to Jack and explained the situation to him, and she thinks that maybe he'll, you know.
He'll what? Sacrifice his excellent record? What exactly did Carly ask him to do?
Nothing. Nothing. She just softened him up a little bit.
I don't want him softened up. Have you two ever thought about what you're asking Jack to risk? His job, his pension, his reputation?
We all wish there was another way, Hal, but I mean, it's better than you asking Jack to do the same thing, isn't it?
No, it's not. At least with me, he'd have the option to say no.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just trying to help. All right, I'll talk to Carly. I'll tell her to back off.
No, I'll handle it. I don't want you messing this up any more than it already is.
Oops, should I come back another time?
What you should do is knock, Barbara.
I did knock. I guess you just didn't hear me over all the noise. I'll tell Jack it's not a good time.
Jack's with you?
I just happened to pull in the same time she did. Boy, you two are popular this morning.
Well, Jack, you might as well hear this, too. I came over here to demand that you be taken off my case. However, Jack, if you've come here to arrest Emily for her part in my kidnapping, I withdraw my complaint.
Hold on. Jessica can't answer any questions about anything right now. If you want to know what happened, you can ask me. Jessica told me the whole story.
Well, thank you, Dr. Harris, but you weren't there, now were you? Maybe you haven't heard, but I don't grant special favors. And as long as the DA's office is under my jurisdiction, everyone is accountable.
Well, Jessica is incapable of answering any questions in a competent manner right now. She's in critical condition.
Are you answering as a doctor or as her friend?
It's both. She's recovering from a gunshot wound to the chest. She has an infection in her lungs that has impaired their ability to deliver oxygen to her body and to her brain. Bob Hughes put her on a very strong medication. She's asleep right now, probably will be for some time. If you have a problem with this, why don't you just talk to Bob Hughes?
Oh, I will. In the meantime, where is Bonnie?
Not here.
She's the reason why her mother's in ICU and she's not here. Please don't insult my intelligence.
Don't insult my integrity. I just told you, Bonnie is not here. She'll probably be here later this afternoon.
Oh, good. Detective Hughes and I will be back later. Margot?
I'm sorry. She's out to prove that the corruption in the DA's office is limited to Marshall Travers, and my hands are tied.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Kim, I need a favor.
Name it.
Stay with Jessica. And if Evelyn Hart comes back here and tries to question her, call Bob. Under no circumstances is that woman allowed in this room, doctor's orders.
Okay. Where are you gonna go?
Well, I have to go find Bonnie and see if she's talked to Travers.
Travers?
Okay.
Why Travers?
I know, he was there when Jessica was shot, and I don't know, maybe she's right. Maybe Travers can help Bonnie in a way that none of the rest of us can.
Okay.
Thanks.
Margot Hughes and Evelyn Hart are probably staking out the ICU right now,
Yeah,
waiting for you to show up.
Fine. I'm happy to answer all of their questions.
You go to the DA and tell them that you took a loaded gun to Travers' room, and you will be charged with attempted murder.
I only had that gun to scare Marshall into admitting on tape that he raped my mother, Isaac. That gun went off accidentally. You know that.
You're not living in a castle anymore, Bonnie.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It means the cops aren't gonna look past your actions.
I have to tell the truth. Isaac, I have to tell the truth and then see what happens.
The truth will have you sitting in a cell, doing time.
He's right. Fortunately, I'm here to save your hide.
Get out. I already told you I don't want your help.
You heard the lady. Leave.
I can't leave. Ben sent me.
He would never do that.
He called me because Jessica asked him to.
That's impossible.
She knows you need the best legal counsel you can get, Bonnie. All we're talking about here is your right to be innocent until proven guilty.
No. No, what we're talking about here is what you think is your right to twist the law, Marshall. Because you do it so well, you know. You can rape a woman and then walk away. But you know what? That woman that you raped, Marshall, was my mother.
Bonnie.
And she would never, ever in a million years have you, of all people, try to help me. So you know what? I'm going to go tell her what you're trying to do.
You can't. You can't. She's got an infection, Bonnie, and they've got her on heavy medication. She's not going to be awake enough to hear anything you have to say.
She's worse. My mom's worse, and nobody called me. I gotta get to the hospital.
No, you'll get arrested.
I don't care.
Look, can we at least decide on what you need to say when you're questioned?
You shut up! You shut up, because I am not listening to you. I hate you! Why are you taking
listen to the devil himself to save you. Yes. So you tell me, what should Bonnie say?
I didn't come here to arrest Emily or anybody else. I came here to have a private conversation with my boss.
No problem. Barbara?
I am not leaving here until I get a report on the investigation into my kidnapping. Now, did you run a check on the watch, Jack?
Yes.
And?
And you were right. Emily purchased the same style and model of watch. We've got the credit card slips to prove it.
Why don't you go on upstairs? Just go on upstairs and let me handle this.
Pack warmly, dear. I heard it's a little chilly in those correctional facilities. Oh, you might want to get an adjoining cell with your sister.
Barbara, that's enough. Now, this is her home.
This was my home first, Hal. I picked out the colors, the tile, I hung the art. That wifey of yours is living in a world created by me. Unless, of course, you have something to say about that, Jack.
Barbara, Emily bought an identical watch to the one that you pulled off the kidnapper's arm. So did a million other people. That watch is sold all over the country.
But not to someone who would want to harm me.
Oh, I don't know, Barbara. I think you're underestimating yourself.
Bottom line is, that watch isn't enough to even get us a search warrant.
Oh, I see. You guys are closing in ranks, aren't you? This is that famous blue wall of silence, isn't it? Well, you know what? It's not going to work. Because I have an eyewitness who will name Emily and Rose as being part of the cabal that kidnapped me. And you know what? Eyewitnesses, unlike watches, can't be buried.
And my mother swears that Rose and Emily and Carly were involved in her kidnapping.
Did you just say what I think you said? Paul, consider your source. Your mother has been obsessed with ruining these three women's lives.
Okay, I know she has problems with them, but I wouldn't say she's obsessed.
Really? Come on. From the minute Rose stepped into your life, she's been gunning for her. And then forget that she's the one that walked out on Hal. She will never forgive Emily for falling in love with him. Or Carly for being a better designer.
All right, I know all of this is true, but she is still my mother, and she was kidnapped, and I can't just ignore her if she says that Rose was involved.
Do you really think, for a second, that your fiancée chloroformed her future mother-in-law and then dumped her in some deserted cabin somewhere?
I do not want to believe it. I don't. But now my mother says she has an eyewitness.
Okay. And what does Rose say?
She says she has an alibi, and that is where you come in. Now, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Because I know you and Dusty have gotten pretty close lately, and so I'm hoping you can help me out here. Rose and Dusty swear they were together the day my mother was kidnapped. Is that true? Or is someone lying to me?
Who is it?
It's me, Rose. Are you expecting someone else?
Give me a sec.
Hello.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Any reason you're half naked?
Sorry.
Oh, wait, don't tell me Molly McKinnon's gonna pop around that corner dressed in a sheet. Thought you guys broke up.
We did.
Then what's with the no shirt? Are you auditioning for the Oakdale All-Male Review? Tell me.
Come on in. Nah, I just got killed in a game of hoops, and, I wrenched something on my back. I tried putting some liniment on it, but I can't even reach back there. I can't even get my shirt back on. Can you give me a hand here?
Why not put the liniment on first?
Oh, no, that's okay.
No, really. Sit. Can smell like a box of candy canes, but I'm sure it'll help.
that's great. You got the magic touch.
Let me know if I hurt you.
You kidding me? I feel great.
Coming up on As the World Turns.
Molly, tell me I am wrong. Tell me there is a way Rose and Dusty were together that day.
I can't.
I want to know why you and Rose lied to me.
Whoa, that is some fierce face you're wearing.
I'm sorry. This Ben asked me to stand guard over Jessica. He doesn't want the DA to bother her.
Neither do I. I told Evelyn Hart that I would have security escort her out of the hospital if she bothered my patient.
My hero. Come to think of it, my hero looks pretty tired.
Now start with me.
Well, honey, I'm just saying that you're working too hard, that's all.
The nursing shortage is chronic. There are other members of the staff and positions that are not filled. Somebody has to pick up the slack.
Honey, I know, but you are working longer hours and much harder than most of the interns. Now, that's not right.
What's not right is... Never mind.
What?
Nothing.
Is this about the patient you lost the other day?
I just wish I'd been able to do more. I know it's foolish for me to feel that...
Honey, you wouldn't be you. You wouldn't be the man I love if you didn't feel that way. But maybe, couldn't you just take a few minutes this afternoon? I'm supposed to meet your mother later for tea. Couldn't we just sneak out a little bit early? I'll give you first dibs on the scones.
I can't. I'll try to be home early.
Okay.
So that's the story. You don't remember how the gun got into the room. Suddenly it was in your hand and it went off.
That's good.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm not going to use it.
You found Bonnie.
So it's true? You actually called Marshall?
Yes.
So you want me to repeat his lies too?
Bonnie, there were 3 people in that room. You, your mother, and Travers. Now, because of your mother's condition, she can't help you. But she seems to think that Travers can.
Bonnie, you recognize this?
It's the recorder I brought to your room.
And when did you take it there?
The night I shot my mother. Why don't the police have it?
Because I got to it first.
So you could use it against me.
So I could protect you. Bonnie, if I wanted you in jail, you'd already be arrested, but I don't. And I'm here to prove that.
No, you're here because you would do just about anything you could to stay in my mother's life. Well, I would rather go to jail than to let that happen, Marshall.
Obviously, somebody didn't tell you that Dusty and I are no longer. We broke up.
All right, I'm sorry.
And it wasn't exactly on friendly terms,
Okay,
Paul.
but you 2 guys were still seeing each other when my mother was kidnapped, right? So you would know if Dusty and Rose were together that day?
Maybe. Hold on. Hold on a second. April 10th, Thursday. AM or PM?
Afternoon.
I was having drinks with Dusty. As a matter of fact, we were drinking right here. Do you know what? Wait a minute. I know what we were talking about. He was worried about Barbara.
Did he say why?
Something about some money she wanted him to invest for.
Okay, what about Rose? Did she meet him here?
I don't recall seeing her.
Okay, all right. Maybe they could have met later. How long were you and Dusty hanging out?
Most of the evening, Paul.
Okay. Okay, well, maybe after you left, Dusty went down to the shop. Molly, tell me I am wrong. Tell me there is a way Rose and Dusty were together that day.
I can't.
This eyewitness, does he have a name?
You'll find out.
Is it Henry Coleman? Our officers found him lurking around the crime site.
And they let him go?
No, we questioned him. And surprise, surprise, he didn't say anything about Emily.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, and now all of a sudden he remembers Emily being involved.
You didn't bribe him, did you, Barbara?
Word to the wise, Barbara. If you're gonna go eyewitness shopping, skip the Henry Coleman aisle. His rap sheet makes him damaged goods.
What is this? I get kidnapped and you two supposedly honest cops decide to look the other way?
I deal in evidence, not emotions. Give me something more than a cheap watch and a disreputable witness, and I'll amp it up a notch.
Are you gonna do nothing about this, Hal?
I will do something. Jack, I order you to stay on this case.
Let me tell you something. You think you can hide all of this? You're not going to be able to forget it. Because that dear, sweet little wife of yours is just a cold, conniving...
That's it. That's enough. You made your point. Now get out of here. Jack, I don't know how to thank you.
I just did my job by the book.
Barbara is relentless. She's going to keep coming after Emily until she
Listen to me. I know Montgomery's behind this. We'll nail him. This whole thing will be over with.
And then he strikes a deal and gives up Emily, and then Barbara sues for custody for
Don't
Will.
even think about that. Don't even think about that. There's the one person who can stop Barbara in her tracks.
Yeah? Who?
Dusty Donovan.
Feeling that right here.
I don't feel anything. Feels perfect.
Perfect. Perfect is... It's perfect. You don't get better than that, do you? It's a good thing, too, because my hands are getting very sore.
Well, what the heck am I supposed to do if it starts hurting again?
Oh, you call the front desk. They got a masseuse, yeah. Big, tall guy, big guy, strong hands, like a longshoreman.
Thanks, but I think I prefer these. Your hands are soft. They're soft, but strong.
Do that check. I gotta get it to the contractor.
Oh, damn, I forgot to transfer the money to my account. My guy is gone already. I'll do it first thing in the morning. Let me call the contractor. I'm gonna tell him it was my screw up.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, come on. You look so disappointed. I feel terrible.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
not the check. It's... Oh. I really blew it. Paul asked me directly if I had anything to do with his mother's kidnapping, and I lied to him. To his face. And now Barbara says she has an eyewitness placing me at the cabin.
Who?
Henry Coleman, the slime ball.
What's his name?
Henry Coleman.
And is he, reliable? Someone the cops would believe, or what?
That's all they got right now. I mean, they can make things very uncomfortable for me, and I don't mind being uncomfortable. I just don't want to lose Paul.
Hey. Hey, look at me. You'd be an idiot to let you go.
Thank you.
I can't think of anybody that I'd rather open up a beauty salon with.
Shop.
Shop with.
I have my own business. All because of you.
Do you think you can do me a favor?
Anything.
Help me get my shirt back on, would you?
Yeah, I can do that. Of course. See, that's what I was talking about with you, you know? What you need a wife. Take care of you. And I'm working on that. Like I said to I promised you I'd find you a Miss Right.
I think I already found her, actually. I found her twice. Don't you think you and Lily might have another twin out there? Some little cutie named Tulip or something?
No. She ran off with the Dutch boy and they opened a paint store.
Shop.
Shop.
So what happened? Did Tulip and the little Dutch boy live happily ever after?
No, I think you finally had enough of her.
No.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. Not if she's a carbon copy of you.
My mom must be so sorry I ever came back from Scotland.
Bonnie, your mother is proud of you. She's proud of your loyalty and your integrity and the way you watch out for her.
We gotta watch out for each other, Ben.
Your mother would do anything for you, Bonnie. That's why she asked me to call Travers.
I can't let him back in her life.
Look, his time there is over. Yeah? Okay, thanks. Look, that was Pete from upstairs. I told him to give me a call if he saw Margot's car. She just pulled up with the DA. So it's time to make a choice, Bonnie. What are you gonna do?
You really think that Barbara and Dusty are into something illegal?
Well, maybe. They're definitely into something they don't want the rest of the world to know.
Then we've got leverage.
At least enough to get Barbara off the warpath.
Jack. Thank you.
Nothing you wouldn't do for me.
Yeah?
It's okay. It's all right.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I never meant to put you and Jack through this.
Hey, I'm not gonna lose you. That's all I know. Whatever happens, we'll work it out.
I love you.
And I love you.
Rose. Oh, Rose, I hope you're this lucky.
Rose.
I love Paul.
I know that.
I should go find Paul.
Rose. Don't tell Paul.
I gotta tell Paul the truth because this lie is just tearing us apart.
No, it's holding you together. If If you tell Paul you kidnapped his mother, things are never gonna be the same again.
Paul, maybe I made a mistake. You know what? I write everything down, but sometimes I write it down wrong. You know, maybe...
Right, or maybe
I
Rose
wrote it down
lied
the
to
wrong
me.
day. There's got to be an explanation. There has to be a really good explanation for why Rose and Dusty are saying they were together that
Yeah,
day.
because she trusts him more than she trusts me.
She trusts you. She does. She just may not trust how you would react if you found out that she helped kidnap
How am I
your mom.
supposed to react? My mother was kidnapped. She was terrified. She didn't know when she was getting back.
Maybe it's a case of divine retribution, Paul. Did you think of that? Except that when Barbara had Rose kidnapped, it was much worse. She had her taken to some other country and then underwent weird experimentation. The worst thing that happened to your mom was that she lost a few designs, maybe missed a hair appointment.
Rose lied to me. We're supposed to get married. How the hell are we supposed to get married if she can't be honest with her own husband?
Maybe you should ask her.
Oh, I intend to. But first, I gotta pay a visit to my old friend Dusty Donovan.
She left without a word.
I hope she never comes back.
She's out of our lives, so be it.
I don't ever want to see her again.
Now, this week,
I want to see my daughter, Victoria.
Sharon returns.
You are not going anywhere near her.
Damn well.
You
Everyone
are
stop
there.
thinking about yourself and start thinking about what you've done and how traumatized she is.
On the young and the restless.
What'd you forget? Hey, I was expecting someone else.
Yeah, I know. Rose.
Come on in.
Not here to hang out, Dusty. I want to know why you and Rose lied to me. And take your time. I got all afternoon. But I am not leaving here until you tell me why you gave my fiancé an alibi.
Call me as soon as you get this message, okay? Rose, I was just leaving you a message. Come in, come in, come in. You're chirpy. I've got great news. What? The watch evidence, totally taken care of. Hal and Jack did this end run around Barbara that was brilliant. We're in the clear. That's great. Rose, what's the matter?
All this lying to Paul. I mean, that guy is the best thing since scratch-off lottery tickets. And I gave it all up for what? Revenge? The best revenge I could have was on Barbara. I was marrying her son, and now that is not gonna happen.
Yes, it is. It's gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing that proves that we were involved.
It doesn't matter because I lied. And once Paul finds out, it's over.
We've been looking all over for you.
Bonnie, we need to talk about the night your mother was shot.
We know you were at the scene, so refusing to cooperate is only going to make things worse for you.
We know that you had the gun in your hand, honey. We just need to know why.
Look, Miss McKechnie, I have an enormous respect for your mother, and I know she's been sensitive about you being questioned, but we have waited as long as we can.
Okay, stop. Evelyn, stop. You don't have to threaten me.
I'm ready to tell you everything.
On the next As the World Turns.
I don't know why you and Dusty lied to me about where you were the day my mother was kidnapped.
Come here. First your ex-boyfriend and then Paul. Now John. What are you trying to do to me?